What is up, Spurs fans? Welcome back to the Down South Sports channel. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Guys, the draft is 20 days away, and the rumors around the San Antonio Spurs are getting spicy. The latest buzz, Kevin Durant might actually want to be a San Antonio Spur. Report says there's mutual interest between KD and the Spurs. In fact, some insiders are saying this isn't new. Apparently, during last year's All-Star break, KD was already sniffing around the idea of playing in San Antonio. Now, listen, say what you want about his age, but Kevin Durant is still an elite scorer. The Spurs have struggled at times putting the ball in the hoop when Wemby's on the bench, and I think KD fixes that instantly. Now, you're asking at what price? Reportedly, the number 14 pick, maybe a couple of players, maybe a couple of seconds. For Kevin Durant, to me, that's a bargain. The next rumor, Jaylen Brown. Boston's got a massive payroll, and with Tatum's injury situation, the Celtics may be thinking about retooling. Not a full blow up, but definitely a roster shakeup. Could Jaylen Brown be the piece they move? If so, the Spurs are a perfect landing spot. We've got some cap room, we've got the picks, and he's a two-way beast who fits next to Wemby beautifully. Now, let's talk about Giannis. This one's been floating for a while, guys. I think we all know that. But here's the trade-off. We're talking the number 2 pick, young talent, and a mountain of draft capital. I said it before. I'm okay with giving that up as long as Steph Castle stays. Castle, to me, is off limits. And still, even if we land Giannis, yeah, our starting 5 is insane. But what about the depth? I mean, you look at OKC. What they've built with patience, drafting, developing, and keeping their picks. The depth is what makes them scary. That's my fear with Giannis. He gets you in title contention today, but your bench is gutted. So we all know how the NBA is today. Injuries happen, and if somebody in that starting lineup gets injured, do we have a reliable bench to maintain us? Here's the other option, and to me, the Spurs are historically known for this one. They stand pat. They draft Dylan Harper. They go with the 3-headed guard monster: Fox, Castle, Harper. Surround them with Wemby and smart veteran pieces. Let them grow, build chemistry, make the playoffs, get that experience, and keep your future assets intact. Again, this is the Spurs way. We're not known for blockbuster trades. Unless you're counting the Kawhi trade, we all know that was a different situation. But before that, Richard Jefferson maybe was the biggest trade we made. So, just something to think about. The Spurs are not known for making big moves. Honestly, the more I think about it, I think that KD is the sweet spot. I think it's the perfect middle ground. You get an elite scorer, you keep the number 2 pick, you keep Castle, you add Harper, and you keep assets. And now, you got a legit playoff team with room to grow. When KD eventually retires, Wemby is 24, Castle is ready, Fox is in his prime, and Harper is developed. You're set up for years. Also, don't forget about free agency. We still need a backup center. Names I keep, bringing up: Steven Adams. I know Yabusele is another free agent from Philadelphia, and of course he has that French connection, with Wemby. They played in the Olympics together. I think Yabusele would be a great addition. I've talked about, trades for Nick Claxton and Jakob Poeltl, bringing Jakob back. I don't know that we can do that, but, something to think about. And then there's Chris Paul. He's been linked to Dallas, and I get it. He wants to hoop. But if we keep Castle, Fox, and Harper, CP3 might not want to stay here. He's always made it known that he wants to be on the floor in his last couple of years, and you can't blame him for that. Spurs fans, we have a bad habit of, I guess it's just one with, Kawhi, but CP3, he came here on a 1-year deal, very cheap. he owes us nothing. So it would be very sad if he did go to Dallas and, Spurs fans ended up booing him. I hope that's not the case, but, he came here. He played all 82 games at 40 years old. Chris Paul did his thing, and he helped this team grow for sure. So what do you want to do, Spurs fans? Do you go the KD route? Do you like the idea of Jaylen Brown? Do you still want that Giannis trade? Or do you want to stay young, draft Harper, keep building, get better with free agents, see where this team goes? Drop a comment below. Let me know what you think. Things are not going to stop flying around, guys. These rumors are, surrounding the Spurs. I don't think in my lifetime of being a Spurs fan it's been this crazy. The options are limitless for this team, and it's so exciting. So 20 days away, the finals start tonight. I hope Indiana can make it a series, but man, OKC is just so tough. So interested to know what you guys think. Please drop a comment, subscribe for more, guys. I'm gonna keep you guys updated as much as I can with these rumors. So you guys know at this point how we end this thing. It's peace, it's love, and it's Go Spurs Go.